What if I told you that just minutes ago, the peaceful Oregon coast was struck by giant tsunami waves caused by a powerful undersea volcanic eruption? This isn't a scene from a disaster movie. It's real. Nature just reminded us how quickly it can shift from calm to chaos. In the blink of an eye, a hidden volcano beneath the Pacific Ocean exploded with terrifying force, shaking the seafloor and sending a wall of water racing toward land. Coastal towns were caught off guard. Sirens wailed, people ran for higher ground, and emergency alerts lit up phones across the state. The waves smashed into docks, flooded streets, and carried boats inland. Even longtime residents said they had never seen anything like it. The sea that once brought beauty and calm suddenly turned violent and unforgiving. The undersea volcano that triggered this event lies just off the coast, part of the vast network of volcanoes along the Pacific Ring of Fire. Scientists have been watching it for years, but no one expected an eruption of this size, this fast. One geologist described it as a wake-up call from the deep, warning that there may be more activity to come. Satellite images show a massive plume of ash and steam bursting from the ocean, while sensors on the seafloor picked up rapid changes in temperature and pressure. INSA or satellite technology even detected the seafloor lifting slightly before the eruption, proof of pressure building far beneath the surface. What's really scary is how little warning we had. And like land volcanoes, undersea ones don't always show the same signs. There are no visible lava flows, no smoke on the horizon. Instead, the warning signs are subtle and often hidden until it's too late. And when water is pushed upward by an explosion, it creates waves that can travel hundreds of miles at high speed. Experts now fear that this eruption could be just the beginning. There are several more active underwater volcanoes near the Oregon coast, and if one goes, others might follow. That could mean more tsunami risks, more coastal flooding, and more urgent need for early warning systems. People who live near the coast are now asking serious questions. How can we better prepare? Are evacuation routes clear? Are the warning systems fast enough? One resident said, "We had maybe 5 minutes to react. That's not enough." The fear is real, and so is the need for action. The government has already sent emergency teams to the affected areas. Drones are flying overhead, checking the damage, while rescue crews are helping people stranded by the floodwaters. Shelters are opening, and officials are warning people to stay away from the shore. Aftershocks and smaller waves could still follow. This isn't just an Oregon story. It's a global reminder that we live on a planet that's still changing beneath our feet and under our oceans. What happened today could happen elsewhere tomorrow. It's time we start paying attention to the signs and supporting science that helps protect us.
As the flood waters begin to recede, the real extent of the damage is starting to show. Roads along the coastline have been ripped apart. Fishing boats lie broken on rooftops, and homes near the beach are filled with thick, muddy seawater. Emergency crews are working around the clock to clear debris, restore power, and help families who've lost everything in a matter of minutes. Some towns are still without electricity, and communication is patchy. It's a scene of heartbreak, but also of people coming together in amazing ways. Local residents have been heroes in their own right. In small coastal communities, neighbors helped each other escape, carrying elderly people to safety and guiding lost children through the chaos. Some even returned to flooded zones with small boats to rescue those trapped in their homes. The human spirit is shining through the devastation. Volunteers are bringing food, blankets, and water to those in need, showing that even in the darkest moments, kindness rises like the sun. Scientists are now diving deep into the data. They've collected water samples near the eruption site and deployed underwater drones to study the newly formed volcanic crater. What they find could help explain why this eruption was so sudden and possibly help predict the next one. The early results suggest this volcano was building pressure for months, but the signs were hidden under miles of ocean. The challenge now is developing better ways to monitor these invisible giants. Schools of fish were found dead along the shoreline, likely killed by the sudden change in water temperature and chemical balance from the volcanic activity. This has raised serious concerns among environmental experts. The ocean ecosystem in the area could take years to recover, and the local fishing industry is already bracing for a tough season. It's not just a natural disaster, it's an economic one too, with ripple effects likely to be felt for months. Meanwhile, the emotional toll is heavy. Families are shaken. Children are scared to return to homes that were nearly swallowed by the sea. Mental health support teams are being brought in to help people cope with the trauma. For some, it was the most terrifying experience of their lives. They went to sleep under a peaceful sky and woke up running from a wall of water with only seconds to spare. Government leaders have promised support, but many citizens are demanding more investment in early warning systems. They want stronger sea barriers, faster alerts, and more education on what to do when disaster strikes. Experts agree this was a warning shot, and the next event could be even bigger if we don't take action now. Communities all along the Pacific coast are being advised to review emergency plans and stay informed. Interestingly, some scientists now believe that the undersea eruption might be connected to a larger chain reaction happening deep beneath the Earth's crust. Several underwater volcanoes across the Pacific have shown signs of activity recently, including near Japan and the Philippines. Could we be entering a new period of seismic unrest? No one knows for sure, but researchers are watching closely. The eruption also triggered small quakes inland, including in parts of Washington and Northern California. While none of them caused damage, they're a reminder that everything beneath our feet and the sea is connected. When one fault or volcano wakes up, others nearby may stir. It's like a massive, hidden machine deep under Earth's surface with gears turning in silence until they don't. On social media, images of the disaster are going viral. Videos show huge waves swallowing boardwalks and water crashing over seawalls. People around the world are watching and sending support. But these visuals also spark fear. What if it happens here next? Countries with coastlines are asking hard questions. Are we ready? Do we even have the technology to be ready? But amid the fear and the destruction, there is also resilience. The people of Oregon are already rebuilding. They're strong, proud, and determined to recover. This moment will go down in history not just because of the volcano and the tsunami, but because of how people stood together, helped one another, and refused to give in. As scientists continue their work, they are now focusing on understanding how this undersea volcano went unnoticed for so long. Despite all our satellites and sonar mapping, it's still difficult to monitor volcanic activity deep under the ocean. That's what makes events like this so dangerous. By the time we know something's wrong, it might already be too late. Researchers are calling for more underwater monitoring stations and real-time alert systems. It's clear the technology exists, but the investment and urgency have been missing until now. Many experts are pointing to climate change as another factor that may be increasing the chances of disasters like this. As ocean temperatures rise, the pressure in underwater volcanic chambers can change, possibly speeding up eruptions. Some are now warning that the ocean is not only reacting to geological forces, but also to human activity. Rising sea levels, warming waters, and shifting weather patterns could be making volcanoes more unstable in some areas. While Oregon faced the brunt of this disaster, nearby states like Washington and California are also on high alert. Emergency drills are being run in coastal cities, and officials are reviewing tsunami evacuation routes. Communities are being reminded that the Pacific Ocean, often calm and beautiful, can turn into a monster in minutes. People are being urged to prepare emergency kits, know their nearest shelter, and stay alert for official warnings. The military and Coast Guard have joined the response. Rescue helicopters were deployed immediately after the tsunami hit, helping to reach people in areas that had been completely cut off by water or fallen trees. Naval ships are now patrolling the coastline, offering medical support and surveying for additional danger zones. Their quick action helped save lives, but they're also preparing in case another wave or quake occurs. Satellite images taken after the eruption reveal a massive plume of ash and debris in the ocean, stretching for miles. These images are not just shocking, they are historic. This event is being compared to the 2000 for Indian Ocean tsunami and the 2011 Japan earthquake in terms of how sudden and powerful it was. Experts say we were lucky that the death toll wasn't much higher and credit the quick thinking of local communities for that. In one small fishing town, a school principal became a hero when she sounded a loud alarm using a hand crank siren and personally guided dozens of students uphill to safety. Stories like this are pouring in, showing the bravery of everyday people who put others first. These moments remind us that in times of chaos, real heroes often wear no uniform. Their only weapon is courage. As the cleanup continues, marine biologists are diving near the eruption site. What they've found is stunning new cracks in the ocean floor, strange chemical activity, and even small fish species that appear to have come from deeper parts of the Earth's crust. Some are calling it a rare chance to study the Earth's raw power up close. But it's also risky another explosion could occur and the ocean is unpredictable. The insurance damage is already estimated in the billions. Homes destroyed, businesses lost, ports damaged. For many people, their entire livelihood was swept away in seconds. The government has promised aid, but recovery will take months or even years. Tourist spots that usually bring in income during the summer are now empty, with sand-covered streets and broken piers. This will change lives, and not just for a season. But even in disaster, there's a deep sense of hope. Across the state, people are opening their homes to strangers. Donation drives are overflowing. Teenagers are helping elderly residents clean their homes. Churches and mosques are feeding families. It's a beautiful reminder that humanity often shines brightest in the darkest hours. Oregon is hurting, but Oregon is not broken. This is more than just a story of a tsunami or a volcano. It's a wake-up call. The Earth is speaking, and it's time we listen. We must prepare, we must protect, and above all, we must stay united. Because when nature roars, the only way we survive is together. For you, it's just a click, but for me, it means everything.